So please join me in a warm AFP Nova Scotia welcome to Fraser Green.
Hi, everybody. When we do Zoom calls every morning, our staff team, when somebody wants to congratulate somebody else or just do something nice for them, we do snaps. So everybody can give me some snaps. There we go. Nicely done. I literally do have a few words to talk to you about today, and it will be brief. I literally have 3 words that I wanted to share with all of you as fundraisers. I know you work in different causes. I know you have different missions. I know that some of you do annual giving and some of you do events and some of you do major and planned gifts and so on. But I think my 3 words are universal, and I'm going to share my screen to show you. I was joking at our staff meeting this morning. I've done, I don't know, hundreds of presentations at conferences in, Canada, the States, Europe, and so on. I've never had a slide deck of 2 slides before, and yet that's what I have for you today. So here we go to the shortest deck I've ever put together in my life. So I believe that the COVID-19 pandemic has kind of, think of a volcano that starts vibrating and rumbling and shooting a little bit of smoke and kind of giving these signs. I think the signs of the sea change have been coming for a while now. I think the pandemic has just kind of popped it open and allowed kind of the lava to come out, if you like. I really do think that we're going through a fundamental change in the way we talk about philanthropy, and especially in the way that fundraisers talk about the causes that we're engaged with, the missions that we're trying to advance, and the organizations that we work for. And the 3 words I want to talk about are relevance, authenticity, and reality. Within the context of COVID-19 and all of the changes that we've been going through since March, pretty much, it's really critical that we acknowledge the change that's gone on in our lives and that we address to the people that we're speaking to how their lives are changing and how their lives are different now than they were before. I think that even if you are a museum, or if you're an animal shelter, or if you're an environmental organization, you can still talk about your cause with credibility, but you need to acknowledge and address that the pandemic is with us. Authenticity is just, you need to speak honestly and truthfully and transparently about what you're doing. I know Jeff's on the call, for QE2 right now to talk about enhancing the patient experience doesn't say a whole lot. We don't want to speak in platitudes. We don't want to speak in slogans. We don't want to speak in cliches. I was exchanging emails with a friend and colleague in Toronto this morning, and she works at the Yonge Street Mission, which is a downtown mission that serves the homeless primarily. And she was saying that their 600 meals per every lunch, per every dinner is now 2,000. So rather than talking about helping us address the structural, societal, and economic needs of homelessness, we need to put 1,400 more hamburgers on the table today than we did this time 2 months ago. Keeping it very, very specific and very authentic and speaking truthfully. And I would encourage all of you to look for people to deliver your message who are not from the organization, who are not leaders. That, like I mean, for what Daphne, what you just did about the Gold Star, for example, that's great for us as members of an organization because we all take pride in that. But I don't think a charity or an organization wants to go out to its donors and have the executive director or the chair of the board lead with the statement that we have been awarded this Gold Star or 10-point rating or whatever by this. we need to talk about the mission. We need to talk about the work that we're doing and how critically and vitally important it is right now. And finally, we need to keep it absolutely real. Again, my wife does major gifts at another mission here in Ottawa, a homeless mission. And, you know, I wouldn't talk about, I would encourage her not to talk about if she were writing something to donors, you know, focusing too much on creating an atmosphere of dignity and independence amongst our marginalized and most vulnerable populations, but rather, you know, we need to fix the laundry machines. We need to buy coffee. You know, we just got donated a bunch of hot dogs. We need to buy mustard. Like, just keep it very real and very tangible so that people see what's going to happen. I think I could get into a tangent. I think especially with the leadership we've got, political leadership we've got coming out of the States, with exaggeration and hyperbole and perhaps some bending of the truth, people are hungry right now for just the straight goods. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you're struggling with. Tell me what you hope to achieve. Tell me how it's going to change someone's life. And trust me to make the decision to give my money to you or not. And that's really all I wanted to say today, is just strip it down. I think of the, if any of you are old enough to remember when MTV got into the Unplugged series of music videos, like Eric Clapton went on with just an acoustic guitar. I want you guys to go unplugged. I want you to take away the special effects and the jargon and the ad agency sounding language, and just get very much, look your donor straight in the eye, tell them the simple truth, and trust them to support you doing your important work. That's my 5-minute message to you for today.